Hello everyone, I am Akshara. Today I am explaining a topic in PTSP subject. Topic is ergodic process and ergodic theorem. Next, content is the first time average, assembling average, comparison of time average and assemble average, ergodic theorem, ergodic process, jointly ergodic process, mean ergodic process, and autocorrelation and cross correlation ergodic. Time average and ensemble average. First, we will see time average. Consider a random process x of t. Let x of t be sample function which exists for all time at fixed value in the given space S. The average value of x of t and taken over all times is called time average x of t. It is called mean value of x of t. It can be expressed as x bar is equals to capital A of x of t, limit t tendings to infinity, 1 by 2t, integral t by minus t, integral minus t to t x of t dt. Now we will see assemble average. Average value of many possible signals are one instant is called assemble average. Now we'll see the comparison of assemble and time average. Uh, Here, if we see here how average is taken, how average is taken in assemble average and time average. In assemble average, across all possible sample frequencies at a fixed time. In time average over time for one sample of function. Next, variable kept constant. In assemble average, time is fixed, and in time, one realization is fixed. One realization is fixed. Time types of average. In assemble average, theoretical or statistical averages will be there. In time average, practical or experimental averages will be there. In computed form, probability distributed effects of small effects of t in effects of t into x. ఇక్కడ single time record x of t used for define mean and correlation using probability theory, measuring power mean correlation for a signals. Examples are for ensemble average, average noise value across 100 different trials at time t is equals to 1 second. Average noise is equals t is equals to 10 seconds. Possible to compute difficult real life requirements. In time average, it is easier. Next, ergodic theorem. Here now you see the ergodic theorem. Ergodic theorem states that for any random process f x of t, the time average of the sampling of x of t are equal to their corresponding statistic or ensemble averages. That is, small x bar is equals to capital X bar and r excess of tau is equals to r excess of tau. Next, ergodic process. Now we will see the what is the process of ergodic. Yeah, here first point is a random process that satisfies the ergodic theorem is called the ergodic process. Here I am repeating again, a random process that can be satisfied. If you take a random process x of t that will satisfy the ergodic theorem, then it is called as ergodic process. In simple words, for ergodic process, time average are equal to ensemble average. In ergodic process, time average and ensemble average are both are equal. Next, an ergodic process means that single sample function contains all statistical information of the process. Here, see what is ergodic means. In a single sample function, we contain all statistical information of the processes. Although the mathematical analysis of ergodic is complex in most particular Applications. All stationary processes are assumed to be ergodic. Now suppose all three signals behaves roughly the same way over time. They will similarly. Then a time average of one signal is similar to the an assemble average across all signals. When it's happened, process refers to be an ergodic. That means time average, we already know time average is equals to assemble average. Then we will call it as assemble process. Next, here we see jointly ergodic process. Let x of t and y of t be the two random processes with a sample function x of t and y of t. Now, the two processes said to be joint. The two processes are said to be jointly ergodic process if they are individually ergodic and their time cross correlation function are equal to their assemble cross correlation function. Because in ergodic process we know um, time average is equals to definitely equals to assemble average. So in joint ergodic process, cross correlation functions are equal to the assemble cross correlations. That means x bar is equals to small x bar is equals to x bar, small y bar is equals to y bar. Now here we see rxs xs rxx of tau is equals to rxy of tau. Rxy of tau is equals to Rxy of tau and Ryy of tau is equals to Rxy of tau. Next, mean ergodic process. A random process x of t is said to be mean ergodic or ergodic in the mean of the time average of any sample x of t is equals to statistical average of x bar, which constant and the probability of all sample being equal to its 1. That is, E of x of t is equals to x bar is equals to A of x of t is equals to x bar with probability 1 for all x of t. Now here we see our last but one topic. Last one, autocorrelation ergodic process. A stationary random process x of t is said to be autocorrelation ergodic or ergodic in autocorrelation if and only if the time autocorrelation function of any sample x of t equal to statistical autocorrelation function of x of t. Now here we see that mathematical expression a of x of t into a of x of a of x of t into x of t plus tau, that is equals to e of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now it is also look like x of tau is equals to rxs of tau. Next, last one is cross correlation ergodic process. ఇప్పుడు same as this as the definition is same as autocorrelation, but it is quite some differences is there in it. We will see two stationary random processes x of t and y of t are said to be cross correlation. Ergodic process ergodic in cross correlation if and only if the time cross correlation function of the sample x of t and y of t equal to the statistical cross correlation of x of t and y of t. Now we will see the mathematical expression a of x of t into y of t plus tau is equals to e of x of t into y of t plus tau. So, last conclusion is time average is average value of one signal taken over a long period. Assemble average. Average value of many possible signal at one time, instant. Next, ergodic. When both averages are equal, mean one signal is equal to study the processes. Ergodic theorem. Ergodic theorem proves that time averages are equal to assemble averages. Ergodic process. Process that satisfy the ergodic theorem is the ergodic process. So that's it. And enough.